Well, hello and welcome to Producer Dan. I'm Dan. Welcome back to my channel. So today's Wednesday. Today's my Wednesday video. So on Wednesdays, I like to keep it short and fun, maybe helpful. Sundays are my videos where I like to do, like the writing of the songs or the mixing or the recording of songs. Those are involved. They're usually longer and take a little more time. But I wanted to do this on Wednesday. I wanted to do like a Wednesday video where I could make a recommendation of something that I really liked, like a book that I liked, or maybe do a short how-to video, something along those lines. So it's going to be my Wednesday video. But I was thinking of some different names for the Wednesday video. I'd like to come up with a fun name for it, like Anything Goes Wednesday, or What You Call Wednesday, or I was a concierge for about 15 years before this, so it's kind of ingrained in my character. So maybe the Wednesday concierge, perhaps? Yes, dinner for 6, 8:30 tonight, on the space shuttle. The Hump Day video. Holy Hump Day, Batman. Wednesday, whatever the hell. I like that, actually. So please comment below on which one you like the best and we'll name it. So on with the Wednesday video. So today's video is a book recommendation on one of my favorite books called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. He's a Brazilian author. He wrote this book in 1988. It's a favorite book of many people. It is a book about achieving goals, achieving your destiny, overcoming obstacles, helping others. It's narrated by Jeremy Irons, and it's wonderful. Very much like The Wizard of Oz, in that it's a journey. It's a story of a young shepherd boy. He's tending to his sheep. He has fallen asleep in one of his favorite places. It's an old, abandoned, ruined church with a sycamore tree growing right up the center of it. And so he's taking shelter. He has a reoccurring dream where he's told to go to the pyramids to find his treasure. And he's never seen the pyramids. He doesn't even know if they really exist. And so Santiago, he wants to see more. He wants to do more. He wants to travel. And I won't tell you any more than that. That's as far as I'm going to go. But this story, it has a lot of important life lessons. I think the biggest one is, and the one that's quoted the most is, if you really want something, all the universe will conspire to help you. I think it's really the main theme of the story. He also meets a lot of people along the way, much like Dorothy does in The Wizard of Oz, and they help him realize his personal legend. And another lesson that this book teaches is that it doesn't happen overnight. These things take time. If you really want something, you really have to go through all the obstacles. There's a saying that's not in the book: the obstacle is the way. Marcus Aurelius said something similar about the obstacle being what you must accomplish to get to your destiny. And a lot of us will stop when we hit our obstacles. We won't go on it. We won't go any further. But this book teaches you to work through the obstacle, conquer it, understand it, and to move on. The obstacle is the way. The audiobook is 3 hours long, so it's not a huge investment of your time, but it really packs in a lot in those 3 hours, and it's very, very entertaining, very enriching, very enlightening, very inspiring. That's the reason I'm actually mentioning it today. It's one of the inspirations. It's one of my inspirations. You can pick it up and thumb through it, and it'll help you in some way. It'll help you understand, bring you back to center. So the book wasn't a huge hit in the beginning. It was published in 1988, but it only sold 2 copies in 6 months to the same person. So the publisher dropped the book and wouldn't publish it anymore. And the author, Paulo Coelho, in keeping with his own advice in the book, he wasn't going to give up. The theme of the book being, if you really want something, the universe will conspire to help you. So he took it to another publishing company, knocked on the gentleman's door, and said, I believe in this book, would you publish it? And the publisher said yes, and the book went on to sell, to date, over 65 million copies, and it's been translated in over 80 different languages. So it's universal, it's understood by all humanity. So Santiago, the shepherd boy, he was a shepherd, he loved his sheep. The sheep taught him that there was a certain language of the world which didn't need words. I think that was the beginning of the fantastical side of the story, where he must open up to the language of the world, which comes in handy at the end of the story. Another quote from the book: making a decision is only the beginning of things. You are diving into a strong current that will carry you to places that you never dreamed of when first making the decision. So I think that's helpful to anyone who is trying something new, who is afraid of making a decision, afraid of going beyond their comfort zone. That is a huge part of what this book can help someone do. There is a part in the book where he looks out onto the desert and he thinks to himself, he could learn from the desert. It seems old and wise. That was a point in the book that stood out to me the last time I listened to it, is that you really have to be open to learning and open to understanding new things in order to progress. But if you don't believe in the fantastical parts of this book, because there are some kind of way out things that happen to him along the way, even if those don't speak to you, then just the fact that Santiago puts one foot in front of the other toward his dream, toward his personal legend, toward his destiny, that can be very helpful, and that's a message that this book gives as well. So I hope it was helpful to you, this recommendation. If you haven't listened to the audiobook or haven't read this book, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, I do recommend it. Go ahead and do that. I promise you it's a little gem. Thank you for stopping by the channel. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.